Shall we begin? Let's begin now.
Hey everybody, this is Vince from CreepoandSnitch. So today we're going to be doing a little dual network dueling. This is going to be going on in the background while I talk a little bit about how much I hate this card game and how much I love this card game. It's the most addictive thing that's ever happened to me in my life, and I cannot thank Akira Toriyama for making Dragon Ball Z. I cannot thank anybody more than I can thank Konami for making this game. Thank you. Thank you right now. So, today, while I've got this duel of Photon decks going on in the background, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about upcoming packs that I saw. I went to the Cosmo Blazer promo. I want to talk about some of the pulls I got there, some of the new deck styles, and when we get to it, if we get to it, we're going to talk about some ban lists. So, Cosmo Blazer came out a couple of weeks ago. Today's, February 1st? Cosmo Blazer came out about 2 weeks ago, and I was at that pack opening. And I can't tell you how crowded the place was. Everybody was so anticipating to get there, grabbing the Noble Knight Searcher cards, the Noble Knights, the new Atlantean and Mermail decks that came out. I think, Mermail got more support. They got a level 7 Searcher for spells and trap cards again. Surprise, which means more Abyss Megalos for the world. Yay! So, the card I went to go get at the Cosmo Blazer Boost Pack was number 92, Heart Earth Dragon. I wanted to try and collect some of the number cards, but it didn't work out in my favor. And Fate handed me something called Diamond Direwolf. I had no idea what the hell this card was about because I hadn't been playing on Duel Network for a while, and my rating had gone down, so I wasn't really up into it. So I looked it up, and aside from being incredibly expensive, the card is actually pretty good. It's going to give a lot of support to Heraldic Beast decks. It's going to give a lot of support to pretty much anything. And I called it a while ago on my Trackmaster channel. Blackwings are back. We got more support with this deck. They got Gladius the Midnight Sun, the OCG exclusive, which was finally released to TCG, that can be special summoned as a 3-star. That opens up so much new possibilities now that Kalut is back up to 2. So we can get rank 3s in the deck now and more support. But Blackwings being a dying breed, nobody really cares about them. Until Diamond Direwolf comes out now. This guy is a scrap dragon for beast decks. It's beyond awesome. He's a rank 4, easy to get out really quick, and he adds a lot of potential to like macro rabbit decks, a lot of level 4 decks that search easily. I put him in the Blackwing deck simply because I run a different dimension engine in it, and I'll probably do a video posting that deck list soon, but that's not important. I'm getting off topic right now. So this Diamond Direwolf guy is incredible, and that got me looking into more things that Cosmo Blazer had to offer. Noble Knights are going to take off to a whole new level and probably reach Tier 1. It's honestly incredible the deck that you can do now with Noble Rabbit style of play. The Noble Arms are taking off. Now that they have an Exceed and a Searcher, it's probably going to be pretty good. Don't look to get any cards from Abyss Rising or Cosmo Blazer on the ban list. Trust me, it's happened numerous times. Not a lot of new cards make it to the ban list, but it's going to happen pretty soon in March. That we're going to have to make our predictions soon. And I think, oddly enough, that this ban list is going to be pretty uneventful. It's not going to be very helpful. I honestly think a lot of support cards are going to get hit, and that's pretty much it. My suggestions, pretty much like everyone else, is MST to 2. Is probably a definite. The card is just too quick, and it's seen in a lot of decks. What I like is, through a lot of research I've done, Blackwing Gale the Whirlwind back up to 2. Do you know how freaking amazing that's going to be when we have a 3-star tuner that special summons himself and cuts attack points back? Back in the day, the reason they limited him to 1 is because he was such a staple, and nowadays he's gone down, and he's really not so much a threat anymore because Blackwings are just not fun to play. They don't have a lot more support now that we don't use synchros anymore. I think, honestly, Blackwings are going to come back. I've said it time and time again. But a lot of the reasons I wanted to make this video is because the deck I'm using right now in this video is the Photon style of play. Right around the corner in March, OCG declared that they're going to release the Yuma pack and Kite packs to America and TCG. A lot of things are being sought out with this, with the Photon Thrasher that's like level 5 that can be special summoned easily. A lot of things are also going to be fought out with number 61 Volcanosaurus. And actually, I want to take a pause here with this video. Oh no, no, that's the next duel. The next duel, you're going to see something funny with this. I thought I saw something right now as I'm talking over this where there's something pretty interesting happens in one of these duels, but it's definitely the next one. Back on topic, like I was saying, the dual pack Yuma number 61 Volcanosaurus is a really sought after monster because it just deals life points incredibly, and it's a good field control card where you can eliminate one monster off the field and just keep plowing stuff through. I mean, it's incredible. Sure, he can't attack, but the amount of damage, it's like a flame wingman, only level 5. I'm rank 5. It's incredible. Back to the ban list discussion, I don't think a lot of people are talking about Abyss Megalo getting hit. A lot of people are talking about Mermails and Atlantean Searchers getting hit. You know, think how long it took them to get Inzectors. Inzectors came out in August of 2011. They could have been on the March 2012 ban list. They were not. They were on the September 2012 ban list. It took them a year. Prophecies aren't going to get a hit. High Priestess is not going to go down. That would kill the deck to the point where people would have no archetypes into it. A lot of the Divine Spellbook archetypes are still moving around, so it's a lot of pliability. Don't look at it. I'm telling you right now, if you're investing in a High Priestess deck or if you're investing in an Abyss Megalo deck, keep going. Nothing bad is going to happen to you. It's not worth the money. I can't see spending $80 on a piece of shiny cardboard. Although some people, Sarah, would argue I do. But I do not. I am not that bad. Anyway, yes. So I am excited for Dual Pack Kite to come out. The pliability of that booster pack is going to be phenomenal because it's got lights on lights on lights on lights. It releases Photon Paladinius, which is the rank 4 Exceed for light type monsters, which is basically your draw engine, and you can draw crazy with that card. Also, you have cool things like Galaxy Knight, which allows you to special summon a Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon, Galaxy Wizard, Galaxy Expedition. I'm really psyched for this to come out. I particularly like this Photon deck because it summons rank 8s left and rights. You can get stuff out like Gimmick Puppet, Giant Grinder, Gimmick Puppet Strings, Heraldic Dragon Sues, Heraldic Dragon Overlords. Pretty much anything is at your disposal. You can do a lot with it. The Neo Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon, I actually found a purpose for in this deck. You can run things like Gem Knight. By the way, the reason I run Neo Galaxy Eyes is for the Elsworn decks that are coming out when Hidden Arsenal 7 comes out. That deck is going to be definitely immediately tier 1, and it's going to be a bitch. Hopefully, they ban Rescue Rabbit. You know, because Rescue Rabbit actually has been a staple nowadays. I don't think it's going to happen, but it may. You know, Rescue Rabbit is a clear staple nowadays, and I think that's the only thing they're going to hit with this decks. You know, they hit Tour Guide, which now had forced us to modify our decks to run Sangans and Night Assailants, but Rescue Rabbit, really, when it went down to 2, people just shrugged their shoulders and were like, okay, now I have a free slot to run an Effect Feather or something like a Deep Prison. Anything I didn't have room for before. I think making Rescue Rabbit at 2 only helped Macro Rabbit builds and stuff like that. It really was a bad decision. They should have just gotten rid of him. Like they got rid of Rescue Cat. Although Rescue Cat was way too good. It was way too good. X-Sabers had way too much help. Then Quacky Mirrors had way too much help. It was out of control, Rescue Cat. But yes, Rescue Rabbit does need to go. That is my one request. A lot of people are saying get rid of Monster Reborn because they don't like it. Monster Reborn is not that big of an inconvenience now that we have Soul Drain. Soul Drain prevents change from being started in the graveyard and in banished areas. So a lot of Monster Reborns are being used to avoid stuff like that. Call the Haunted also is well sought after. So I don't see Monster Reborn going anywhere. What I do see them hitting is, like I said, Mystical Space Typhoon, Rescue Rabbit, Blackwing Gale coming back. Hopefully we get Trish back, but I don't think so. It's just that would be too much of a prayer. Other things I see getting hit are going to be Macrocosmos. Macrocosmos is just too much of a destructive staple nowadays, where it can shut down High Priestess decks. It can shut down Madolches. It can shut down pretty much anything. And with a good support system in DD Survivor, DD Telepron, DDR Reincarnation, and Helios the Primordial Sun can be special summoned through it, it's too much of a staple. You know, when you have a card that triggers a summoning, starts a chain, and banishes cards, it's not too well. You know, it banishes cards, not just monsters. So it's really good, and quite often than not, Konami analyzes the game from this standpoint to see what is too good and what they should limit, because that's the point of this game, is finding balance. And if you just have cards and archetypes like Rescue Rabbit, like Macrocosmos, that you could just side in at any point and destroy everything, it makes the game a little less fun. That's why they got rid of Bryonic, because, well, I mean, who here has gone to a local tournament and not seen a Bryonic? It's just, you need to switch it up every now and then. And that's what I like about this Photon deck. I will keep talking about it. It's my favorite deck. I can't wait for it to come out. It's going to be my new Blackwings, my new sought out and lovable thing. The good thing about it, let me just talk about it for a little bit while I'm talking about this ban list, is it shuts down a lot of Exceed plays. Like Galaxy Eyes and Neo Galaxy Eyes effects really help neutralize a lot of trouble that we had here. And like, I don't know if you guys saw earlier in the video, but it was pretty funny where actually I'm going up against Bus Fair's Zexa weapon deck in this duel, and it's pretty neat to know that your opponent net decked, because I could just look up the entire deck and see, like, I know what he's playing. I know this play. And besides, Bus Fair gave us that deck list, so you know what's coming. It's really neat, this deck, like I said, because you could pull off a lot of plays with level 4s. I've become really adept to the deck. Like, in reality right now, I've collected the majority of it, and I've made some tweaks to it. Like, I've taken out the Excel Lights and the Forbidden Chalice, Lance, and put in Forbidden Dresses and Photon Lead. These plays are, it's a lot more consistent deck, and I wish I could show you guys the deck list, but unfortunately, college internet doesn't want me to. There's some internet block on Dueling Network here where I can't connect to it, and it will not let me show you guys. I'm sorry, I can't show you the glory of this deck. But soon, hopefully, I will be in an area where there is proper internet and I can record a video in private and I can show you guys the wonder that is this deck. Because I honestly believe it's going to be another top tier deck. I will definitely play this until the cows come home. This deck can shut down Madolches. It's got room to run sides like Soul Drain directly in the main deck. You don't have to run Veilers because this neutralizes effects. The only hard things is getting a hold of number 15 and number 40. I was lucky enough to meet someone who had a number 40 Giant String because they went to Comic-Con. And living in the city, I did not go to Comic-Con. I'm about to cry thinking about it. So, when I met the guy, he was like, sure, I'll trade you for number 40, but he wanted my Ultimate Rare Dark Armed Dragon from the Turbo Pack, and I'm like, no, you need to trade really high to get this. And he was like, that's the only thing I want for your the number 40. And I looked it up. The number 40 is worth about $40, and the Dark Armed Dragon is worth about 80. I was like, it's shiny. I'm gonna keep it. But I was regretting myself for that big time. And then number 15, of course, is just like number 50, Black Corn, impossible to get unless you subscribe to obscure manga magazines, which I don't. Which is very sad for me. But there's always eBay. Enough talking about the deck, guys. This video is primarily about the ban list, and I hope you guys learned something in thinking about it. Open up your thoughts. Think cleverly. They're not going to hit major archetypes this time around. It's the March ban list, not the September ban list. The March ban list is where they do shenanigans to aggravate us by getting rid of our staples, not the September ban list. So keep your thoughts open. Remember, staples are going. Think about it. My predictions I will post in the description below. And thank you guys so much for watching. It's been a pleasure talking to you for 14 minutes straight. Thank you for tolerating me. Like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for more videos. We are CreepoandSnitch. Bye-bye.